The senior trying to lead him to victory here in this game tonight.
Tough, hard-working, understands a scout, best rebounder all season in the ACC. Also, the best passing big in the league with 3 assists a game.
The final game of the night on day 3 of the ACC Women's Tournament. It's time to put the ball in the air between Georgia Tech and Clemson, the 89th all-time meeting between these two programs. Georgia Tech is in the white, Tigers in the orange, and here we go. Entry pass stolen by Spray of Clemson. She had that circus three-pointer to propel them to victory against Notre Dame yesterday. Elliott picks up where she left off.
25 points for the rookie yesterday.
There's the Toyota starting lineup, Debbie, for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Lotamai Lotman, most improved in the ACC this season with the ball now. 31 in white for Georgia Tech.
This has got to be a Clemson effort that they defend inside out. You got to know where Lotamai Lotman is, the most improved player in the ACC.
Lotman missed on the layup. Here comes Washington. Tigers with the win yesterday, 68-63. Turned Notre Dame over 23 times, producing 29 points for the Tigers in the win. Shot clock is at 7. Washington behind the three-point arc and not the desired result.
Georgia Tech is going to be a soft cover. They're worried about protecting off the bounce. They don't want Clemson to get in the paint and put some pressure on their defense and get to easy scoring. Georgia Tech wants to set their D and make Clemson earn everything.
Jackets, the number 3 seed, the highest seeding in the history of the program at the ACC tournament. And Georgia Tech on the board with the bucket.
Well, Kiara Fletcher, she's been so good, solid, a veteran player and presence on the floor for Nell Fortner.
Very soft bounce and 2. Hayes.
Kayla Hayes getting her 3rd consecutive start. The matchup to keep your eye on is Amari Robinson defending Lorella Kubai. And you got to keep Kubai off the boards.
Fletcher the miss. Washington has it. Eighth meeting at the tournament between the programs. Washington the jumper.
I'm telling you, Delisha Washington, I think, is the best player inside 10 feet in the mid-range game in the ACC. I'm not talking about post players. I'm talking about pull-up jump shooting. If she can get to her spot off the bounce, she's going to take those shots.
Kubai was falling out of bounds, able to get the ball away, but Elliott soars in for the rebound. Fletcher pushes it up. Locked it in ahead of the field.
Well, when you take a bad shot, everyone's out of rebounding position. And maybe Gabby Elliott forced it too much there. Certainly Georgia Tech had numbers.
Lotamai Lotman, leading scorer on the season for the Yellow Jackets. 14.6 points per game. Robinson trying to follow her own miss. Trying to swat it away from Lotman. Georgia Tech is 14-7 on the season. 12-6 in conference play. Most recent game was Sunday at home in a 5-point win against Pitt.
Well, they've got that big lineup on the floor. Those two bigs play well together in the high-low game, and they're really tough to defend. And what a great catch by Amari Robinson to gather and finish.
10 points and 8 boards in the winning effort yesterday against Notre Dame for Amari Robinson. Georgia Tech also played in the quarters a season ago before losing to eventual champ NC State after a second-round win against Pitt. And the three-pointer is good, McQueen.
Her loyal McQueen gets some offense, but her job tonight is defending Kendall Spray, and she'll be in a no-catch, no-help defensive position here. She doesn't want Kendall to get a clean look at the basket. Best three-point shooter at Clemson.
Elliott couldn't handle the pass. Numerical advantage, Georgia Tech. Fletcher, McQueen. Hermosa offensive glass. Georgia Tech 3-2 in its last 5 games coming into the tournament. Haven't made the semis since 2012, but a win gets them there. Deep in the shot clock, Lofton and denied.
We haven't had a whistle for a while.
I think Spray wanted Washington to take that shot. Instead, she'll drive and spin.
I think Coach Butler wanted Washington to pull up. When you've got Lofton on you, that's when Washington can win that matchup off the bounce.
Lofton driving and scoring. Georgia Tech, 2 wins against the Tigers in the regular season. Lofton had 17 and 15 points in those games. The whole time she led the team in scoring. Knocks it away from Washington momentarily. Shot clock at 10. Spray.
Bang!
Tape measure shot from Spray.
That's why I carry a tape measure forever in my briefcase bag. That is a big splash by Kendall Spray.
Way outside the arc from Spray. Georgia Tech, easy hoop inside Fletcher. Tied up at 11, inside of 4 minutes to go, and the tape measure has made its appearance.
Sometimes you just got to go out there and measure them at halftime. And we might.
I'll meet you out there about 27 feet away.
I wish we could go out there and measure it.
That's
We're
true.
not allowed.
Elliott, tough twisting shot, high degree of difficulty. Fletcher on the run. Pull up mid-range. Fletcher the touch.
Yeah, that's a good-looking senior. 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio. Went over 1,000 points in the last game against Pitt.
Fletcher averages almost 13 points per game for the body of work in the regular season. Second best on the team. We have had 1 whistle so far in this game, and it's Washington.
Washington is a bucket getter tonight.
Four points for Washington. Fletcher leads with 6 for Georgia Tech on 3 of 4 shooting. Lofton in. Hermosa saves it on the end line.
Delisha Washington, pull it back, stick it. Look at that fierce determination.
Would never happen. Coach Butler got fired from that job. Delisha Washington came to Florida, was at the SEC Freshman of the Year, had a great career there, but when she got into the transfer portal, she had her sights set on Clemson, really wanted to go there, wasn't sure that there was a scholarship. Sure enough, she's here now playing for her former friend and now coach, Amanda Butler, who says, we were supposed to be in each other's lives. She said we had a great relationship. It was built on trust. Delisha Washington says what she loves about Coach Butler is she tells the truth. She said, sometimes I don't want to hear it, and maybe it's something I don't want to know about myself, but I always listen, and she's always right.
Coach Butler is always right. Coach Butler is a terrific teacher, a fierce competitor. I remember when she was a player at Florida, playing with a broken nose and just so tough at the point guard position.
She was on the team that made the first NCAA appearance in the Florida women's program. And she was a 3-time SEC All-Academic selection as well. 2 minutes to go in our first quarter. Rapidly paced. Shot clock's inside of 10 for Georgia Tech.
Oh, good D. They like to trap that ball screen in the middle of the floor.
Elliott.
You know, and Tom, that trap at the ball screen in the middle of the floor, I mean, I was watching film today. I saw that. I asked Nell Fortner about it. They expected it. Here's a defender on the ball. Here comes the screen. And watch how they jump out and trap. And they force a turnover. It's a good job. You see, McQueen was anticipating it and just turned it over.
Washington trying to get around the defender.
You know what? Washington hooked before and got away with one. So she tried it again.
First foul on Washington.
That's what players do.
Coach Butler in her third season, 2019, the coach of the year in the league.
So what Coach Butler's probably telling her is get your hips and shoulders past your defender. You're fast enough to be able to do that. And if you play the game low to high, you will get by your defender.
Tigers made the NCAA tournament 2019 for the first time since '02, in the first year on the bench for Coach Butler. Shot clock at 10. Knocked away from McQueen. Here's Spray with the quick pass to Elliott. Lotzinen deflected it away.
The uglier, the better for Clemson. Disruptive, dictate with their D. Make Georgia Tech uncomfortable. Coach Butler always talks about our terms, playing the game on our terms, which means all the things I just said.
5-12 in ACC play this season. Elliott, too much on that one. They had lost 6 in a row and 7 of their last 8 to end the season, but it was a distant memory yesterday against Notre Dame, a team they've now defeated 3 straight times. They went to South Bend last year and gave them their first ACC loss in conference play since joining the conference. Fletcher.
I mean, Kiara Fletcher is making her own offense tonight. She has been terrific off the bounce. 4 for 5, all in the mid-range.
A 40% shooter in the regular season for Fletcher. And now the final 12 seconds as Robinson has it along the sideline. Thomas. Spray needs to get it. Off the glass again. She tried it again. Oh, Spray.
She's just trying to show us that she meant to do that last night.
3 ties and 4 lead changes. We're tied at 15 all. Washington with the smooth jumper. Lotzinen at the other end. Come back for the second quarter from Greensboro. Shot clock's at 3. Spray must shoot it. Off the glass and in.
You're kidding me. Wow.
At the time when she made that, it was a 1-point game. 13 points in the game for Spray. 3 of 12 from 3. But that one propelling Clemson on to victory. It's a team that won 5 games in ACC play this season. But they advanced with the win against Notre Dame yesterday.
When I talked to Nell Fortner today about this game, she thinks Kendall Spray is that important to the way Clemson runs their offense. That's why they like to face guard her in both matchups. She said she does not want Kendall Spray to get going. She feels like she can get hot. And trying to contend with the rest of what Clemson does off the bounce is also a challenge as well. But Spray can change the space on the floor.
How about Nell Fortner with 34 wins so far in the first 2 years as the head coach? They went 20-11 a season ago. 10-8 in the ACC.
I gotta have my researcher check this out for me, Tom. I mean, Nell Fortner's been coach of the league in 3 power conferences: the Big Ten, the SEC, and the ACC. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. I'm curious.
The blue ribbon panel awarding Nell Fortner the Coach of the Year honors this season in the ACC.
She was the head coach at Purdue, the head coach at Auburn, now at Georgia Tech.
Tigers have gotten 6 different players to get in the scoring column here in the first half, and Washington emerges with the basketball. Washington trying to do it all.
Wow. I mean, I'm impressed with the way Clemson has come in here. Remember, they had lost 6 in a row coming into the tournament, and as the 11 seed, knocked off the 6 seed Notre Dame yesterday.
Kubai, power move, power dribble, well defended by Hag.
Yeah, Hannah Hag really doing a good job right there. That's an ISO for Kubai to try to get her going.
Think about the Tigers. They went 0 for February, and ripping the ropes is Washington. They hadn't won a game, Debbie, since January 31st at Wake Forest by 3 until yesterday against Notre Dame.
Look, Washington, she ain't messing around tonight.
Washington is no joke in that Tiger uniform. McQueen. Goodbye. Thought about the 3.
I mean, a couple of stops in a row by Clemson.
Hank just hit a jumper from that position. Jovita Robinson around Boyd.
That's a terrific duck in. Perfect timing. Ball goes to the top. Duck in from the weak side. Amanda Butler has got to be pleased with the way her team has started the second quarter. An 8-0 run for the Tigers.
So far in the quarter, Clemson has outscored Georgia Tech 8-0. And Delisha Washington has 8 points on 4 of 6 shooting, part of the Coyote turning point.
Delisha Washington, if she can get to her spot on the floor. Oh, look at that. That looked like a little old MJ trick you might have learned back in the day. This is so good right here off the bounce, high off the glass. Change of pace, get to that right hand. Georgia Tech's got to make her go left. And on the offensive end, Georgia Tech has got to attack the quickness and the athleticism of Clemson. Maybe a ball fake, maybe a backdoor, something to try to get the Clemson D to hesitate, because right now they're the aggressor.
They've got their largest lead of the night, 23-15 with 7:57 to go in our second quarter. Top of the broadcast, we talked about the leading rebounder in all of the ACC, Luella Kubai. Well, she's only attempted 1 shot, has not scored. Does have 3 rebounds for number 13 for Georgia Tech coming out of that huddle. Kubai, part of the international flavor of the ACC and the Georgia Tech team from Terni, Italy for the senior. She had a career-high 20 rebounds, Debbie, in the win at Clemson during the regular season for Georgia Tech. Also had 14 points in that game. And had a double-double in the home win.
I mean, they're
against Clemson as well.
They're trying to get her the ball, and Amari Robinson is doing a great job defending.
Watch that shot clock down to 5. Watson in, left-handed.
Oh, so good. So good. Good time management.
The junior from Helsinki, Finland, with a bucket at one end and a turnover by the Tigers at the other.
And then she sprints back. At one point in the season, she was leading the league in steals. Smart, heady, strong combo guard for Nell Fortner.
She's hit double figures and scoring 14 times this season. Goodbye, McQueen. So now 2 of 5 on threes for Georgia Tech, and they both belong to McQueen, who's 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. Robinson up and under off the glass.
Switch to the left. Good finish. Good footwork inside. Watch Amari Robinson, great duck in a high-low game. Can't get any help. Counters back to the left. And then comes down the other end defensively. Gets in a foot fight with Kubai. Kubai won that one.
Robinson got the last foul as well. Her first of the game, so she leaves with 6 points and 3 of 4 shooting. Fletcher leads the way for Georgia Tech with 8 points on 4 of 5 from the floor. She's directing traffic.
Clemson in a zone. Everyone communicating us. Tyler Bennett on that back row really doing a good job of talking.
Goodbye.
I mean, you'll take that, force her out there to the three-point line. She's only made 4 coming into the game, but you know what, Tom? In the years past at Georgia Tech, she has been more of a three-point threat.
And that was Thomas charging through the lane. Took Hermosa down with her, and the foul goes against the Tigers. That's the first on Thomas. So Spray is in, Thomas is out. Spray does have 1 made three-pointer in the game. Georgia Tech with the basketball. They've cut the lead to 2. It's Washington on the foul.
You know, I mean, Washington is icing, which means you keep the ball on one side of the floor, you don't let them reverse it. So you actually put your shoulders parallel to the sideline so you can keep them on the same side of the floor.
Thomas, who sat down for about 5 seconds, is right back into the ball game because Washington has 2 personal fouls. So Washington out of the lineup. She is the leading scorer for Clemson with 8. Not in time. Turnover.
Now Fortner's like, that was a fast 5.
Head coach at Purdue for 1 season. 96-97 and 8 years as the head coach at Auburn. Bennett. Spray. Bennett, the big bouncer into Neat Cherry. Trying to work on Hermosa, who tapped it, but also created contact with Cherry.
Well, Amanda Butler has dialed up a really good offensive game plan. Her players have been able to score off the bounce, but that time, knowing that Kendall Spray's on the floor, anytime Kendall sets a screen, she is occupying 2 defenders because you guard Kendall with McQueen, but you also guard her with another half of a player. Like half your mind is on where Kendall Spray is. It's like 1 1/2.
It's a lot of math, Debbie. Cherry 1 of 2. She's a 55% free throw shooter during the regular season for the senior from Laurel, Mississippi.
Clemson really doing a good job of sitting on the legs of Kubai, not letting her get a deep catch.
Knocked away and taken by Bennett. Elliott had a career game yesterday against Notre Dame. That's another difficult twisting shot for Elliott. And so she's got just 2 so far, Debbie.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Amanda Butler's okay with that north-south action.
Fletcher, the senior, number 41. Drives it. Came up short, got her own miss. Determination from Fletcher. Try to go low to Cherry. 1 dribble and 2. Over Kubai inside.
The universal symbol of smacking the floor means everybody's in lockdown mode right here in the 2-3 zone.
Cherry giving up a few inches to Kubai on the move there. Shot clock at 10. Game clock's inside of 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Shot clock now at 5. Quick release from Hermosa. Kubai tipped it right to Fletcher. Second chance. McQueen out of the corner, right in front of the Tiger bench.
3 triples for Loyal McQueen.
Now I know that math. That's 9 points in the game. Like lightning, she strikes out of the corner.
Hey, I'm waiting for a life is a highway.
Sorry, Debbie. Cherry. Offensive foul. How about Lahtinen in position underneath? First foul on Cherry. Lahtinen had 22 points in that win against Pitt to close out the regular season. 14th win of the season. First action of the tournament for Georgia Tech, the number 3 seed. 8th meeting in the tournament. Clemson has a 4-3 lead in the 7 previous meetings, and they last played in 2018 in the first round where Georgia Tech beat the Tigers. Fletcher. Hip is in the game for Clemson, number 4.
Watch Kendall Spray come off 3 screens. 1, 2, 3.
McQueen with the closing speed, and there's a foul in the play. Sierra Cruz was right there to make the call, and she signals it's on McQueen. And her first. Elliott puts it in play for the Tigers. Elliott missing on the jumper.
Queen has hit 3. I'm surprised she didn't pull the trigger on that one. How about this one? Absolutely. Go ahead and shoot till your arm falls off, Loyal McQueen.
Get the ice bucket ready. That's 4 made threes and 12 points on 6 attempts from beyond 20 feet 9 inches away. 6-0 Georgia Tech run. They've got the lead, 31-28. Late in the quarter for Hank. Traveling violation.
That was Fletcher digging in on that potential high-low pass, causing the turnover.
6th of the half for Clemson. Georgia Tech with a 31-28 lead and shooting 50% as a team in this first half. And 5 of 9 from beyond the arc.
Georgia Tech's going to have to continue to be patient and poised against this speed and athleticism of Clemson on the defensive end.
Fletcher drew the double. Shot clock at 5. Lahtinen crossing it over right in front of Elliott, who stifled the shot. Elliott, the one-person fast break.
Oh, what a
She
play.
had it knocked away by Hermosa. Here's Spray for 3. Goodbye over the top. Elliott slightly shaken up in the aftermath of that sequence, up and down the court.
Hermosa. That's 6'5" you're taking on. And Kendall Spray had a great look.
Tigers without a point in the last 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Hip has to run it down. We're inside of a minute to go in the first half. 31-28, Georgia Tech. Tied after the first quarter. Working that shot clock down. Robinson needs to take a peek at that shot clock. Hank has to shoot it.
Hannah Hank can make that elbow jump shot. She can't hesitate there. And Georgia Tech has a chance for a 2-for-1 if you practice it. You can get a quick shot here and then know you're going to get the ball back. Or you can settle for one really good possession.
Right now, this is the largest lead of the game for Georgia Tech. Tigers have led by as many as 8. Goodbye on the cut. Over the shoulder pass to Hermosa.
That was gorgeous.
You know what they call that in Italian? Eccezionale. Excellent play from Kubai. 8-0 run for Georgia Tech. Elliott working the baseline. And the first half ends 33-28. The halftime lead for Georgia Tech. And the Tigers went without points for the final 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
What a pass. What a play. Great offensive maturity by Nell Fortner's club there against the, what you would call, organized chaos on the defensive end by Clemson.
An 8-0 run for the Yellow Jackets over the last 3 minutes and 42 seconds. We go to Kelly Dale with Nell Fortner.
Coach, you guys close out that quarter with an 8-0 run. What was working for you guys?
Yeah, well, I think we're just kind of settling in. We started off a little rough as far as maybe a little nerves or whatever, but it's just starting to settle in. I mean, Clemson's defense is tough. They get you playing at a pace in a way that you're not used to. A lot of hard denials, a lot of face guard and all that kind of stuff. So we're just trying to figure it out. We got to figure it out as we go.
Coach Loyal McQueen, the freshman, not playing nervous at all. How about her in her first ACC game?
Yeah, really nice job shooting the ball. So we need to make sure we keep getting the ball in her hands because she's really feeling it right now.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate
Thanks
your time.
A lot.
Georgia Tech made it to the quarters in Coach Fortner's first year last year. A win tonight puts them in the semis against NC State. Still a long half to go in Greensboro, but Georgia Tech has the halftime lead, 33-28. Evan and Kelly to take you through halftime. We're at the ACC Women's Tournament in Greensboro. York is 13-1 this season when it has the halftime lead, 33-28 at 8-0 run to close out the second quarter. And Debbie Antonelli, the Clemson Tigers went over 4 minutes to close out that second quarter without scoring a point, and Georgia Tech's in front.
So Georgia Tech got the tempo where they needed it to be. This is the #1 scoring defense in the ACC, and it has a lot to do with pace and tempo. Even though Kubai wasn't able to score on the inside, she still was able to get some boards, and she posted up hard, which changes the space around the floor. Clemson's got to continue to stay aggressive. They got to look for easy scoring. They got to look for early scoring. Their situational offense has to be good, out of bounds, sideline out of bounds, after timeouts. If they can do those things, they got a chance here as the 11 seed to advance against the 3 seed Georgia Tech.
All right, how about the Honda startup? And it's Lotta-Maj Lahtinen from Helsinki, Finland. Most improved player in the ACC this year.
I mean, she's good off the bounce. She can shoot the 3. She's got strength. She's got good combo skills on the top of the floor. This is a very good-looking guard who is going to need to be able to make some shots here in the second half for Georgia Tech.
A whole lot of improvement from the Georgia Tech team, especially in the closing minutes of that second quarter. They went on that 8-0 run, and they take the lead. And as I told you, they are commanding when they have that halftime advantage. The Tigers coming off their win against Notre Dame yesterday to advance to our quarterfinals, playing the #3 seed Georgia Tech. Prior to this game, NC State with a victory over Virginia Tech, 68-55. Elisa Canane had 27 points in that game, one short of her career high to get the defending champs into the semis against the winner of this game. Georgia Tech will have it to start the second half. Kubai puts it in play. Mirella Kubai, the senior from Terni, Italy. That is central Italy, approximately 100 kilometers north of Rome. And here she is in Greensboro, North Carolina, fighting to advance in the ACC tournament. Lahtinen lining up a 3 ball.
With 1 on the shot clock, and that's part of the reason why Nell Fortner's team leads the league in scoring defense. It's about tempo. That's a mature offensive possession coming out of the half.
41 threes on the season for Lahtinen, and she leads the team in that category, shooting 37% of the season from beyond the arc.
It's a ball control offense. Clemson again, second possession of the half, 2-3 zone.
Deep into the shot clock again. Fletcher into the double team. Fenced in and turned over. Here's Spray.
It's a really good trap on the baseline.
Just from Thomas, and then she bumped Lahtinen.
Destiny Thomas is 4 for 6 from the three-point line coming into this game in the last 3. Typically not known as a three-point shooter, but she has been shooting the 3-ball well for Clemson.
Thomas did make a 3 yesterday against Notre Dame in the victory against the Irish for the Tigers. They'll take that shot clock inside of 10 once again. And here's McQueen. She's already tied her career high for threes made in the game with 4. Hank hit the deck. Robinson pulls it in. Washington beats everybody to the goal. Double digits for Washington with 10. Lahtinen teeing up another 3-ball. Angular rebound to Thomas.
Got to make a good decision here.
Robinson. Lahtinen tied her up momentarily. And it looked like the indication is on Kubai for the foul.
Really good second effort by Amari Robinson.
Robinson to the free throw line for the first time tonight. In fact, Neek Cherry is the only player for the Tigers to go to the line before Robinson.
It's a unique free throw style, but it's consistent, and you have to have a routine when you go to the free throw line. I wonder if her dad, Keith, taught her that, or her mom, Andrea. Both great players, Keith at Notre Dame, Andrea at Providence.
That last foul was not on Kubai. It was given to Lahtinen. Kubai, strong move and a foul. Lorella Kubai.
It's a really good job of getting behind the Clemson zone in that short corner or in the dunker spot right here. She does a terrific job, feeds her inside. Good, strong power move to the bucket by Kubai.
So much production in the games against the Tigers this season for Kubai. Got her own free throw miss and then threw it right to Spray. Lahtinen in the bump and Washington to drive. Second on Lahtinen.
This is one of those situational offensive opportunities I was talking about. Baseline out of bounds. Got to execute.
Officials pointing at McQueen, and now Lahtinen trying to settle McQueen down.
Well, McQueen has had a tough task chasing Kendall Spray around. That's her second.
She ran into Spray and Hank. Hank will try the jumper to buy the rebound. Top rebounder in all of the ACC, over 11 per game for Lorella Kubai. Lahtinen wastes no time. Weak side Kubai. Out to McQueen.
Clemson's got to do a better job matching up in transition when they get back. Oh, reject the drag screen.
Spray the save to Robinson. Inside of 7 minutes to go in our quarter. 7-point difference. Georgia Tech in front. They led by 5 at halftime. Hank stepping back. She's got a 3.
Hannah Hank, her 4th triple of the season.
7 points for Hank. She did not attempt a 3 yesterday against Notre Dame. McQueen bothered by Spray. Lost the handle to hip. bouncer to Robinson. Pretty good catch by both Robinson and Washington on those passes.
Good decision, too. Pull it out.
Hip is open. Can't connect. Spray fought Kubai, and they both hit the deck.
Kendall Spray's like, I didn't know I could knock Lorella Kubai down.
First foul on Spray. Spray goes 5-5. Kubai goes 6-4.
Kubai, again, the best rebounder all season in the ACC. One of two players averaging a double-double, Kitley the other. And Kubai can not just rebound in traffic, she can rebound out of her area. Look at her handle like a guard.
Offensive foul.
Maybe.
Ran into the defender.
One dribble too many. I was just getting ready to say she is the best passing big in the ACC, 3 assists a game, but this is one dribble too many.
Good Hayes.
Really good.
Alertly comes out of the restricted area and absorbs the contact. Maybe Kubai got some of that contact as well. Doubled over under her own basket.
I think pain and agony is Kubai's fuel, to be honest with you. She doesn't look so good. She's going to take a seat for a minute. She won't be over there long.
Both players involved in that collision are now out of the game. Hayes for the Tigers and Kubai for Georgia Tech, trying to get the wind back. Spray just trying to find some daylight. She is second among active players in career-made three-pointers. Washington. Cherry offensive glass.
Big rebound. Yes, and Loyal McQueen continues to play no catch, no help defense on Kendall Spray.
5 points for Cherry after being shut out against the Irish yesterday. Fletcher bouncing around in the corner. A couple players had a chance at it. Kubai's right back in, as you predicted, Debbie.
You can't keep that ton of energy over there for very long.
Georgia Tech without a point in the last 2 minutes and 23 seconds. And the lead is just 2. 5 at halftime, 33-28 the lead for the Jackets. Hank reaching in on the entry pass to Hermosa. Second on Hank. Hermosa, Kubai. Not high enough on the square. Both teams shot 50% in the first half, and they're both down to 44%. And the Tigers will continue on the decline after the miss from Washington. She's their only double-digit scorer so far with 10.
She's been terrific in the mid-range, but she needs some help. Clemson's hustle stats, their effort, has made this a 2-point game. So long, coming out on a long closeout because McQueen has made 4 triples, causes a turnover. We got a 2-point game. Both teams trying to play to tomorrow.
ACC Hoops is brought to you by the Works Landroid Robotic Lawnmower. Step into the future of lawn care and check mowing off your to-do list for good. Available at mylandroid.com. Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. And Continental Tire, for what you do.
2-point game in Greensboro, North Carolina, home of the ACC tournament for the 21st time, and the 21st time in the last 22 years. And Gabby Elliott's night, a stark contrast from her career-high performance yesterday with 25 against Notre Dame.
Yeah, she's 1 for 8. She's played 18 minutes. She's got 4 rebounds and a turnover and an assist. But I think maybe she's forced a few things tonight, and maybe she can collect. Sort of like the way Dana Evans collected today to allow Louisville to advance. In the fourth quarter, Dana wasn't scoring, but she made a bunch of plays to help her team win late. Of course, Dana Evans, the player of the year in the ACC, back-to-back.
Louisville advancing as the #1 seed in our tournament with the win against Wake Forest, 65-53. So they'll take on Syracuse in the semifinals. If you missed the finish of that game, Syracuse scored on the last second shot and won the game. 68-67 against Florida State, the #4 seed. Washington in a congested area.
McQueen is doing an outstanding job on Spray.
Bennett the bouncer to Cherry out of bounds.
It's a good cut by Cherry on that flex cut on the baseline.
Georgia Tech just 2 of 8 in field goal attempts this quarter. They've turned it over 5 times and haven't scored in almost 3.5 minutes. Fletcher on the handle. Fletcher's got 10. The leading scorer is McQueen with 12. Lotzinen with 9. Fletcher releases and hits. And it's a 3 ball.
Which makes it a 5-point game. We were stuck on 38-36 for a while.
Just said that Georgia Tech had not scored in about 3.5 minutes, and Fletcher hits that 3-point bomb from straight away.
Oh, good seal. Good stuff. Good stuff by Cherry.
Cherry running the floor. Can't angle that one off the backboard. Georgia Tech now 7 of 14 from beyond the arc and shooting. It's above their season average of 5.7 3-point makes per game and 12th in the conference, so not necessarily a strength. But how about Fletcher?
I mean, I love that Fletcher steps into it from the top of the floor. She's got a lot of confidence. She has played at a very high level. Triple for the senior, who went over 1,000 points in the last game against Pitt.
Goodbyes at the free throw line. So now 1 for 3 from the stripe for Goodbye, who shoots just 60% from the line during the regular season. Tigers haven't scored in over 3 minutes now. So Georgia Tech had a drought. Now the Tigers trying to get out of it. Meertens enters the fray. Meertens deep in the shot clock. Side rim, Hermosa. Goodbye wears number 13. That's how many rebounds she has tonight as we play in the third. Late. Got the catch, got the bucket.
Wow, that's a tough catch and a finish inside. Good work without the ball by Kubai. Good pass away from the D.
In addition to the points, 14th time to double-figure rebounds this season for Kubai, and that whistle is a 3-second violation against the Tigers.
We watch Kubai work without the ball. Spins off the contact. Great pass by Hermosa. Really good feed to the target hand, away from the D.
Kubai is a double-digit scorer and rebounder. And quite the passer as well. Hermosa, the beneficiary.
Back-to-back high-low buckets.
Robinson chucking it in for 3.
Just a sophomore. Can't wait to see what she looks like by the time she's a senior.
That put a stop to an 8-0 run by Georgia Tech. Final 45 seconds, third quarter.
Clemson's had others making threes tonight. Not Kendall Spray as Loyal McQueen drives and finishes.
14 points now, McQueen. About a 6-second differential, game and shot. Spray off the screen. Right back to Robinson, free throw line. Follows the miss and hits it.
What hustle. Amanda Butler, good call from the bench. She hits a three, you go right back to her.
12 points for Robinson. 7-point game. Over-aggressive defending from Robinson, and she knew it. Second foul on Robinson. Only 3.5 seconds on the game clock in the third.
Clemson's been trapping that middle ball screen, and that time it looked like Robinson jumped out on a hedge.
Fletcher at the line.
Hey, we got pitch. Hold on.
Fletcher was one of the best from the free throw line in the regular season, 8th at 82%. She doing a little Steph Curry impression there with the mouthpiece hanging out. She's trying her best. Final second heave. Hank at the floor. Good sportsmanship there by Fletcher. And that'll do it. We're through three. 50-41 is the lead for Georgia Tech. On to the fourth.
Be somebody, hella attitude. Sitting pretty in the sun with the golden eyes. Pushing out, fine, hitting on the drive. I'm a rebel with a real big hitter. Take him out, I can hit him with a big thriller. Cause I think you know what I got. I leave from the spot and I do what I want. Get to run, baby. Do what I want, baby. Get to run, baby.
String music in Greensboro, North Carolina. Tom Werby, Debbie Antonelli.
So
Evan
great.
Lepler, Kelly Deo.
So great to be with the whole crew, Tom.
It really
so
is.
So great.
LaChina, Robinson, and Jen Hildreth brought you through the first two games. And what a week it's been for us. It's always such a privilege and an honor to be at this tournament. But perhaps in 2021, it's extra special for all of us involved. And we thank you so much for watching the last 3 days.
When you talk to any of the coaches or players, typically the first word out of their mouth is gratitude, how grateful they are, how thankful for all the people behind the scenes that have allowed the tournament to happen, but allowed the season to happen as we get closer to going to the bubble in San Antonio.
And how about the Hardys star to watch tonight? Kiera Fletcher, the senior from Warren, Michigan, just north of Detroit.
Yeah, she's been terrific. Nell Fortner has a great relationship with Kiera, seeks out her input because she's such a smart player, understands the scout. There's a good isolation by Amanda Butler to call Delisha Washington's number to get her in the scoring column quickly in the fourth.
Georgia Tech closed the third on a 12-5 run, increased their lead from 2 to 9. Lahtinen misses the target out of bounds, and that's off of Georgia Tech.
I mean, Kubai is so hard to keep off the glass. The extra effort, the angles, the athleticism, plus the energy, and just the determination to be the best rebounder in the league.
13 boards for Kubai. Washington rising and firing. Robinson slipped in there, and Kubai picks up the foul. That's her third.
You know, Mari Robinson averages nearly 2.5 offensive rebounds a game, and she goes aggressively to the boards on that one.
Shot clock is at 10 for the Tigers in Washington. Hank trying to work around Hermosa.
Another offensive rebound. Did not hit the rim.
So there's exactly 9 minutes to go in the fourth. There was a reset after Robinson came away with it, though, Debbie, because look, there's 18 on the shot clock.
I don't think the ball hit the rim. I think that I think the officials are going to come together and get this, see if, because I think Nell Fortner should be asking that question. This is Hank right here. I didn't think it hit the rim.
I'm going to say no to that.
No, there should not have been a reset. Yeah, they're going to go to the monitor and figure it out. Good job by the officials that come together and want to get it right. This might require pulling out the stopwatch. If I've been pulling out the old tape measure, they might have the old stopwatch going over there.
Brian Burnett, Ed Sedlasky, Tierra Cruz, our officiating crew tonight in our final game. This is the fourth game of the third day of the ACC tournament for 2021. The unmistakable floor inside the Greensboro Coliseum. The pastel watercolors of the ACC women's tournament. You can't beat it. So
Under former Associate Commissioner of the ACC, Norlin Finch, who was a part of the design of this court.
Mary McElroy, current Associate Commissioner for women's basketball, stopped by during the tournament to say hello. New Commissioner Jim Phillips also said hello.
Well, I asked your security to leave so the commissioner could come over and say hello.
I don't know what you're talking about. All I know is it's the most fun week the entire season, as far as my schedule is concerned. Obviously a thrill to be with my colleague and longtime friend Debbie Antonelli. We always reconvene here in March.
Yes. We don't get to do the post-game like we usually get to do, but that's okay.
Someday. Someday we'll
next year.
This is a thorough review, Debbie.
Well, I think they got
a good way to put it?
Yeah, I think you have to get the stopwatch out and you have to put the shot clock in and see what it was when Amari Robinson got the rebound.
Debbie, I have a question for you. Who benefits from the recovery time that the players get here with this extended review?
Clemson.
Okay.
Totally. You can see there's 3 on the shot clock. Okay, and Amari Robinson gets the rebound and dribbles back out. You see the reset. It should not have reset. So this is going to be a tough one for Clemson.
That's great work by our technical crew to show you exactly how that clock was winding down on the Tigers.
They might decide to put 1 on the, they're going to call a shot clock violation. See, they put the stopwatch on it. By the time Amari dribbled it out, that's 3 seconds. Shot clock violation. Amanda Butler was thinking she might have had 1 second.
Tierra Cruz just gave us the update and the thumbs up, so
yeah, we
confirmed.
We had it.
Okay. No, you had it.
No, we had it. I think it's the right call, actually.
My only thought there would be, what if the player who gets the ball glances up at the shot clock and sees the reset? Now, I don't know that she did that.
Yeah, I don't think she did.
We're splitting hairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good thought, though.
I follow the lead of Debbie Antonelli. Goodbye with the miss from three-point distance. She had made a 3 on her only attempt prior to that one. As Debbie mentioned, she'd only made 4 threes coming into the game. That's Washington.
Hey, on the scout, you make her go left. She's saying, go ahead, make me go left. Doesn't matter. I'm going to finish anyway.
14 points, Washington.
All in the mid-range, all off the bounce. She's not a catch and shoot.
It's in the absence of Elliott, who is still on the Clemson bench with just 2 points in the game after a season-high performance yesterday with 25. Washington free throw line jumper. How about Hermosa just moving Hank out of the way with one hand and tipping it to a teammate with the other. Hermosa is the sophomore from Vitoria, Spain.
And one of the adjustments that Nell Fortner's made at halftime is keeping the ball in the middle third to attack in that high-low game.
Mid-range.
It's a 5-point game. Clemson is really doing a good job of hanging in there. And then there's Washington putting pressure on the defense off the bounce.
So that one on Lawton in her third. Lotamai Lahtinen. She's got 9 points. She has made it 3, but just 1 of 5 from beyond the arc as Washington will get to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
So Clemson has, at this point, outscored Georgia Tech in the paint, 26-20, but Clemson's points are off the bounce, and Georgia Tech's are in their post-up game, which is the way these two teams play.
Washington was 5 of 6 from the line yesterday against the Irish, and she's got a couple. 4 of 6 from the line as a team for Clemson, and 17 points now for Washington. The Jackets have called timeout. Take a look at that score, Debbie. 50-47. 7:15 to go in the fourth, and the winner goes to the semis against NC State.
How good is this? A star.
Time for CPI security protecting the paint. Norea Hermosa, number 20 in white.
A rim runner, a shot stuffer, an offensive rebounder. All those things contribute to protecting the inside.
National team player in Spain. She's from Vitoria, Spain. That is north-central Spain. 350 kilometers north of Madrid. Can you convert that to miles for me, Debbie?
No, I cannot.
Okay, we'll work on that. The destination is not far away now, though. The winner gets the semis against NC State. The lead is 3. We're inside of 7 minutes to go in the fourth. Lahtinen tees it up. Washington has been the difference lately. Accelerates to the rim and just barely misses. Hayes ripped it away in a foul, and it might have been Hermosa.
But that's the way Clemson needs to play, just like that, to finish this game out. Make those bigs for Georgia Tech run, and Washington doesn't finish it, but good job by Hayes to clean it up. Wow, Kendall spray. Splash for spray.
Gabby Elliott likes that. Georgia Tech is 0 for 5 in this quarter from the floor. And it's a 1-point game. Jackets have led by as many as 10. And the lead is still 1. Kabai getting tangled up underneath with Hayes, and the arrow favors Georgia Tech.
Good screen by Hayes. Quickly into the rhythm of her jump shot. Catch and shoot, spray.
$15 points for Fletcher, leading scorer for Georgia Tech, and 6 of 12 on shooting for Fletcher. Lahtinen working baseline. Fletcher just knifing her way into the lane.
That's a big-time bucket. That's a senior who wants to play tomorrow. The winner gets NC State.
2:30 tomorrow. At noon, you've got Louisville and Syracuse in the other semi to start the day, and now Fletcher is up to 17 points and 6 rebounds, also 5 assists.
Fletcher's going to get a jump ball on that. That's an incredible defensive effort by Kiera Fletcher.
Robinson is checking in for Clemson.
I don't know, but
they're giving the players a little bit of latitude as we get into the later stages of this fourth quarter.
I mean, if you told Amanda Butler she'd have a 1-possession game inside 6 minutes in the fourth quarter with Georgia Tech, she'd take it.
Washington could buy another rebound. .14 rebounds Kubai. Teams played in early February. That was a close one. 71-69 and a win at home for Georgia Tech. As Lawton missed the shot and Washington got it.
Well, she's had a couple really good looks.
Washington looking to score.
She is a shot seeker right now. In transition in that vertical game. She can get to her spot on the floor in the mid-range. One of the best inside 10 feet, if not the best in the ACC in the mid-range.
Loose ball to the Tigers and Thomas. Robinson stops and pops. Fletcher wants to slow it down. 4.5 minutes to go in regulation. Shot clock's at 6. McQueen, bounce pass to the wrong person. Timeout.
Good timeout
Tigers.
before Clemson does something that Amanda Butler didn't want him to do, like think about turning it over. Take that decision-making right out and make sure Delisha Washington finishes off this game for the Tigers in the mid-range. She's been unstoppable.
Point game late in the 4th, and Kelly Deo has an update for us.
Yeah, we've got an update on Gabby Elliott. She is out with an injury, and the doctor did confirm she will not return to the game.
So we saw her with the warm-up top on as we started the second half, and so Elliott, who was such a huge factor in the win yesterday, the freshman went for 25, a season high, but will not be a part of the proceedings in the final 4 minutes and change here in Greensboro.
Which means more Delisha Washington and more Amari Robinson. I mean, Delisha in the mid-range, Amari on the glass. And then a sprinkle of a spray if you can get it.
Clemson and Georgia Tech for the right to play NC State, the defending champs. 27 points from Elisa Canane in the victory for NC State as they took out Virginia Tech 68-55 in round 3 of that battle throughout the regular season and postseason. Washington with 18 points, and that number leads all scorers.
You know, there's no guarantee of any NIT or postseason for Clemson. They need to win. And you could see it on the face of Delisha Washington, one of their seniors, although everyone does get the year back.
Tigers last had the lead midway through the second quarter. Outscoring Georgia Tech 10-2 in the quarter, but Lottinen has the turnover.
Georgia Tech did a good job loading up their defense to the ball.
17 points for Fletcher. Goodbye, tough shot.
Oh, what a hook shot in the middle of the floor. Highly skilled.
10 points for Kubai. That's along with 15 boards and the double-double. How about the 20th double-double of her career for Kubai? Spray with the shot clock at 3. Destiny Thomas. Kubai over Robinson.
Activity level so good.
And not fouling on the play. Rebound number 16. Confirmation. Debbie Antonelli, 3 minutes to go.
This is where that experience at Georgia Tech with a couple of seniors on the floor.
Try again.
Oh, she is money late. Her third and fourth baskets, or excuse me, fourth and fifth baskets at the right time.
Robinson. Hermosa runs it down. 5-point lead, Georgia Tech. 2:20 to go. Fletcher. She hits the jumper.
Nell Fortner has seniors that are making plays late. It's part of that maturity. to extend this to a 7-point lead.
Washington has an answer.
Got to get a stop.
Georgia Tech has made 4 of their last 5 shots. Kubay's made a couple of them. Fletcher hit that last jumper. Washington has gone to 20 points with that last basket for the Tigers.
Fletcher or Kubay need to be taking this shot for Georgia Tech. Inside 10.
Fletcher. Off of Washington.
Watch Kubay shape up inside. Gets to the midline with a hook. Beautiful. In a crowd. Creates a little space. Jump shot. And then Fletcher. Playing off that middle pick and roll. That middle pick and roll game.
How about the seniors, Kubay and Fletcher? They don't want this season to end right here at the tournament. They're going to be part of the NCAA tournament. But they're trying to get to the semifinals. Late in this one, Tech ahead. 1:24 on the game clock. Nell Fortner and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets trying to advance to the semifinals with a lead on Clemson here in the 4th.
Oh, she tried to throw it off the backside of Bennett and missed.
Amanda Butler wants a timeout. She's got 3 to work with.
That is going to put some gray hair on Nell Fortner's head for sure. Fletcher's like, my bad. Right here, watch. She's going to try to bounce it off and misses. Butler misses Bennett. Okay, I've never seen that. I've seen players try that, but never miss.
And the Tigers.
It's a free possession.
See if they can turn it into points here, trailing by 5.
Okay, so last time they came out of a timeout, they isolated Delisha Washington on the right elbow. Now, we all know she wants to go right. And Nell Fortner's team did a good job of loading their defense to the ball to not give Washington any space. They've got numbers in the gap, and they got to make her stay outside the 3-point line. Keep her out of the paint and out of the mid-range. Oh, I like that play, too.
Robinson got fouled.
I love that set by Nell Fortner. I'm over here talking about Washington, and everyone else is thinking she's getting the ball. You fake the dribble handoff.
So Robinson will go to the free throw line. Kubay picked up the foul. So that's 4 on her. Add to those numbers 16 rebounds now.
You know, Amari Robinson's parents, Keith and Andrea, happen to be sitting behind us, and they are calm, cool, and collected.
Andrea played at Providence. Keith played at Notre Dame. Played in the NCAA tournament back in 1990.
Amari's sister Kennedy is also here.
The only way the Tigers will find the NCAA tournament destination is to win this one and advance. Try to win this tournament. It's a long road.
One possession game for the 11 seed against the 3 seed. They run and jump into backcourt. We haven't seen them do that all game. Amanda Butler thought there was a travel.
And now the final minute of regulation. 58-55 Georgia Tech. Tigers trying to overcome a 9-point deficit at the end of the 3rd. Shot clock's at 7. Hermosa, Kubay. The shot. Ran it down to the corner.
You got to get a stop.
McQueen dribbling for Georgia Tech.
Clemson has 0 team fouls, Tom.
Shot clock's at 5. Fletcher hesitation by Bennett. Off the glass and in. Kiera Fletcher.
What a play by the senior. 100% awareness. of time is scored. Hesitation, the hezzy, the blow-by off the glass. Makes it a 2-possession game. So now remember what I just said, Clemson doesn't have any team fouls. They would have to foul 5 times to put Georgia Tech to the free throw line.
Good point, Debbie. Amanda Butler's team trailing by 5, just 24.8 to go.
And each team has 1 timeout, so Coach Butler advances the ball. If you're Georgia Tech, you do not want to foul. You want to keep Clemson in front. You have to rebound.
Shot clock is off. 20 seconds on the game clock. Washington trying to create space, and that'll fall. Back to a 1-possession game and a timeout on the court. 17.8 seconds to go in regulation. Tigers and Jackets. Washington and the Tigers trailing by 3 after she got that last bucket to fall. Georgia Tech trying to make it into the semis against NC State, waiting after its win against Virginia Tech. This is the last of 4 games on the 3rd day of the ACC Women's Tournament for 2021. Kendall Spray and the Tigers trying to overcome the 5-point halftime deficit. At one point, they were down by 10.
I mean, remember Kiara Fletcher tried to throw the ball off the backside of Tyler Bennett, and then she makes that big play. She's going to inbound the ball right here. Bennett on the ball, some size.
Fletcher just barely got it in. Stolen, Destiny Thomas. And a timeout by the Tigers. So Fletcher, who got 21 points in this game, has 42 points in her last 2 games, but Georgia Tech has turned it over.